Sometimes your user's workflow might include multiple paths, and which path the workflow takes depends on some condition. Let us imagine user performs task A, task B, and C. Then he makes a decision D. Based on this decision, he will either perform E and F or G and H. Now, how would you represent this in a user story map? If you are representing this in a flowchart or an activity diagram, then this is exactly how you would represent it. You would have a decision node with two branches, one leading to E and F, the other leading to G and H. But if you had to represent this in a user story map, you wouldn't do this way. You would simply place these options next to each other, including the decision. And you would tell stories to explain these options. You might say the user will first do A, B, and C, and depending on the decision D he takes, he will take either E and F or G and H. And if you want to differentiate D because it is a decision, not a task, then maybe you can change its color or shape to indicate that. You may even decide to exclude this decision because it is not a task and hence place all the tasks as before except without the decision D. So that means if someone was not part of this conversation around this map, he cannot figure out the steps himself or he will misunderstand the steps. Then why map it this way if it creates confusion among the people? That's because a map is not meant to be just documented. We should not expect someone to look at the map and do coding or testing. If that person was not part of the conversation, he should come to you or someone who knows about the story. And then you can walk him through the map and tell the story. So basically, map is a simple means to tell stories, to arrive at a shared understanding of users, their problems, and the solution you're envisioning. This means that you should not place a map in a document hoping people to understand the map, because they will not. Rather, it should be a medium used to tell things about your customers and how they would use your product. Now, if you think you will forget about the branching part while telling stories later, then you can annotate the map with a note that reminds you and the team about the branch. Then when anyone tells stories about how users' workflow looks like, this annotation will remind you about the branching decision you and your team had made.